So there was a little bit of fumble. I shared a group of words with you guys, and I wanted you to write accept nouns with them.
Teacher, the audio is not clear. I can't hear very well.
Hello. Yeah. Is it better? Is the audio better now?
Yeah, yeah, no,
All right.
that's good.
So I was saying, I shared a list of words with you, and I wanted you guys to write the abstract nouns with them. Do you have the list?
Um,
Yes. It was on your,
Telegram, right?
yes, I shared
Telegram.
with you
Okay.
on Telegram. And Rodrigo. Yeah. I shared it only with you, not with Rodrigo. You see, if we have a group, it would be easier. No, I won't have to share things with individuals. Once I put it in the group, everybody will have it. Rodrigo, please text me on Telegram so that I can make a group. Okay.
Ahí sí me escuchas.
Yeah.
Y ahora no. Ah,
Talking to
ya.
me. Talking to me, Rodrigo. Okay. Maybe high definition audio device. Yeah, this should be better, I think. So Alejandro wanted to join. Where is he? Hmm. Depart.
Okay, teacher, I have the list.
You have the list.
Let's check. Yeah.
Right. Shall we look at the list and decide the abstract nouns from them? Let's just a second. Where are we? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Uh, Hello, teacher.
Hey, Rodrigo.
Yeah, sorry, I have problems with my camera, I think.
Uh-huh. Never mind. We can manage for a day.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Abstract nouns. Yeah. We are making abstract nouns with these words. Okay. Cruel. Uh, it's an adjective, right? Cruel is an adjective, guys. If you are familiar with the
Yes,
word,
yes, teacher.
if you are
Yeah,
familiar with the word cruel,
yeah,
and the noun is called cruelty,
correct.
right? We add a ty, cruelty. Uh, Bitter.
Bitter with bitterness.
Exactly. Okay, bitterness. you know, the bitterness of the relationship, right? Some relationships are bitter, right? Maybe your relationship with some of your relatives is bitter, some of your relatives and you don't have a very good relationship. There is bitterness between you, okay? So bitterness, that's the noun, that's the quality. Strong is the adjective. So from the adjective strong, the
Strength,
quality, yeah,
strength,
strength,
strength.
strength, exactly. True is the adjective, true. And the noun is
Truth, truth,
truth,
truth.
exactly. I want to know the truth, okay? It is a true story. I'm giving example sentences, right? It is a true story. This story is true. And I know the truth. I know the truth. Truth is the noun. Okay, tell me the truth. Okay, short. Whenever you are unfamiliar with the word, just let me know, okay?
Yeah, shortness.
Shortness, right? Shortness. Prudent.
Um, Prudence,
Prudence,
Prudence.
exactly. Prudence, exactly. You understand prudent means, right? Prudent is another word for wise, okay? Somebody who is prudent can see what might happen in the future, okay? A prudent person is not short-sighted, okay? So usually, people who are old are prudent, they can know what will happen next because of their experience. Prudence, okay? Dark.
darkness,
Darkness, exactly. Deep.
depth, depth,
Depth,
depth,
perfect. Wide.
width, width,
Width,
width,
perfect. I'm very happy the way you're answering. Wise.
wisdom,
Wisdom.
Wisdom, perfect. Very good.
Wisdom.
Good.
goodness,
Goodness. Vacant means empty.
vacancy,
Vacancy, exactly. Very well done. Vacancy, yes. Sweet. Sweet. Sweetness.
sweetness,
Sweetness, yes. Human.
humanity,
Humanity, exactly. Broad.
broad, with PH,
There are
broad.
two words. One is breadth,
Um,
breadth, breadth. Okay. And some people also use the word broadness. Okay. But breadth, just like wide, width, broad, breadth. Okay. breadth. Okay. Free,
Freedom.
freedom. Absolutely correct. Proud,
right,
Pride.
right,
pride. Absolutely correct. Brave,
Bravery.
bravery,
bravery. Novel,
Novelty.
novelty,
novelty. Quick,
quickness,
Quickness.
quickness. Too good. High,
Hey.
height,
height, height.
Okay.
Height. Height. We pronounce it height. Okay. Poor,
poverty,
Poverty.
poverty. Just,
justice,
Justice.
justice. Vain,
vanity,
vanity. Exactly. Sane,
Sanity.
sanity,
sanity. Ignorant,
ignorance,
Ignorance.
ignorance. Absolutely correct. Obey is a verb.
obedience,
Obedience. Obedient will be an adjective. T is usually the adjective ending. Okay. So when you say ignorant, obedient, innocent, tolerant. So when you have T at the end, it is usually the adjective. And when you want to say the noun, then you replace the T with C or CE, okay? So obedience is better. Obedience is the noun. Obedience, okay? I'm very happy with your obedience, okay? Obedience. Obedience is one of the qualities people, sought in girls in the past, okay? Girls were supposed to be obedient. Girls were supposed to be obedient. T for adjectives. Obedience, CE for nouns, okay? Obedience. Now, live.
Life.
Life, that's perfect. Expect.
Expectation.
Expectation, exactly. Do not say expectations because normally abstract nouns are considered uncountable. So, expectation. I know in some cases abstract nouns become countable as well, but normally they are considered uncountable. Okay. Abstract nouns are uncountable in normal situations, but they can be countable under certain circumstances. They can be considered countable. Expectations. Expectation, I mean, expectation. Excel.
Excellence.
Excellence, right? Excellence. Yeah, excellence. Absolutely correct. No.
Knowledge.
Knowledge. Steal.
Yes.
What did you say?
Desk.
Uh, I'm not getting it.
Desk. Desk.
Theft.
Desk.
Theft. Theft. Yeah, can be. Okay. Can be. And uh yeah, theft from steal. Yeah, theft can be the noun. Okay. Um, believe.
Believer.
Belief.
Belief
Belief.
with an F, right? Belief with an F. Okay. Serve.
Service.
Service. Perfect. Hate.
Hatred.
Hatred. Please. To make some
Pleasure. Pleasure.
pleasure. Pleasure.
Pleasure.
Absolutely correct. Very good. And act. Action.
Action.
Action. Action. Starve. Starvation. Starvation. Okay. Starvation. Starvation. Occupy.
Occupation.
Occupation. Choose.
Choice. Choice.
Choice. Perfect. Move.
Movement.
Motion. Motion.
Movement. Movement. Movement is better, Gonzalo. Movement. Okay.
Okay. Movement. All
Movement.
right.
And
Okay.
conceal.
Conceal.
Concealance.
Concealment.
Concealment
Nice.
is better.
Nice.
Okay, Rodrigo.
Okay.
Concealment. Okay.
Nice.
Seize.
Uh, Seashore.
Caesar. Exactly, Gonzalo. Very well done. Good. Flatter. This is a verb to say something nice, Flatter. To say something nice about someone. Flatter. Flattery. Flattery. You add a Y and it becomes a noun. Flattery is an art. Not everybody has it. Okay, flattery. Depart.
Departure.
Departure. Okay,
Depart.
departure. Yeah.
Okay.
Perserve. Oh, persevere. Persevere.
Perseverance.
Persevere. Perseverance.
Perseverance.
Okay. Yeah, perseverance. Absolutely. The persevere means to go after something, despite no success, you keep going at it. That is called to persevere. And perseverance is the quality, one of the very important qualities when you want to be successful. perseverance. Because a lot of times when we, make efforts, we don't get a success straight away. Despite making efforts, sometimes we don't become successful. In that case, we have to show perseverance. We have to keep going at it, and then eventually we are successful. So, perseverance, the ability to keep going at something despite no success straight away. Defend,
Defense.
defense, exactly. And think,
Thought.
yep, thought is absolutely correct. Protect,
Protection.
protection. And this is going to be interesting. Advise.
At this with C.
Exactly, Gonzalo. I'm so, yes. Advice. That is also pronounced advice, by the way. Okay. Advice. Okay. With CE. How did you get it all right, Gonzalo and Rodrigo? Did you already know it, or did you, look them up, the abstract nouns? You guys are answering all correct. So how did you get the abstract nouns? Did you already know all of them, or did you look them up, Gonzalo?
No, in my school in English
Yeah.
class,
Yeah, you were
uh,
taught these
we
things, right?
learn, yeah,
Oh, lovely.
a
Very
lot of
good. You guys are
technology.
very good students. Punish,
Punishment,
die.
death,
Very good. Success, succeed. Sorry, I've already answered.
okay.
Success.
Success,
Yes. Okay. Free,
freedom,
freedom. Okay. See,
um, sight,
sight. Judge,
judgment,
pursue,
pursuit,
pursuit. The
Pers
pronunciation is pursuit.
pursuit,
Okay.
pursuit,
Pursuit. Okay. Relieve,
belief,
with an F, relief. Okay. With an F, relief. Converse,
conversation,
conversation,
conversation. All right. Discover,
discovery,
discovery. And now we are going to make some abstract nouns with these common nouns. Okay. King,
kingship,
that's right. Or kingdom. Okay. Kingdom,
kingdom,
kingdom.
okay.
Man,
Manhood,
manhood. Exactly. Thief,
thief,
theft,
death,
theft,
theft. Woman,
womanhood,
womanhood. Bankrupt,
bankruptcy,
bankruptcy. Lovely, lovely. I guess you guys are very comfortable with these words, okay? And I think we can simply move on to the language book, where we will just practice some conversation stuff, because we are absolutely, you know, nailing these answers. Very well done. I thought that you guys would need some help here, but no, you did so very well. You're lovely students. You're making the best use of your school class as well. I do not know guys who answered these questions so very well. You just rocked it. Now, coming back to this lesson that we did yesterday. Okay, here we are. Yesterday we matched these adjectives and nouns, didn't we? We did them all, right? Mature. Oh no, we got disconnected in the middle actually because of the accident, because of the power cut. Okay. So we were in the middle of it. Crowded, a crowded city, right? A crowded room as well. A room with a lot of people is a crowded room, right? Cosmopolitan. Do you know this word, cosmopolitan?
Maybe I don't know the word exactly. I know
Uh-huh.
that the word pattern in Spanish, but in
Right.
English,
Okay. And which noun do you think it will go with? Make a guess.
I'm not sure, teacher.
Okay. Cosmopolitan refers to places which have people from everywhere. For example, New York. Okay. If you are in New York, you will see people from everywhere in New York. There are Indians there are German there are Peruvian there are Mexican there. You will find people from everywhere in New York. And that's why we call New York a cosmopolitan city. New York is a cosmopolitan city. New York is very cosmopolitan. Okay, cosmopolitan. The whole cosmos, the whole universe, people from the whole universe are there. So, cosmopolitan, a cosmopolitan city. In India, I think Mumbai is the most cosmopolitan. Delhi is the capital of India, but it's not as cosmopolitan as Mumbai. There are lots of people from other countries in Mumbai. So Mumbai is cosmopolitan. And in your city, in your country, I think Lima is the most cosmopolitan because it's the capital. There are some
Yeah,
people from other
Yeah.
countries as well in
yeah,
Lima.
yeah. In Lima, only 10 billion
Uh-huh.
of people.
Okay. In Lima, there are 10 what?
I don't know how to say million, billion,
Uh,
million.
10 million people. 10 million
Million,
people.
Ah,
million
okay.
people.
10 million people. Okay. And but the point is not mainly the bigger number. Cosmopolitan means the people are from different parts of the world. Okay. If you think about cosmopolitan cities in the world, then the couple of cities just pop up in your mind. London, for example. London is cosmopolitan, very cosmopolitan, right? In London, there are people from many different places. So London is a cosmopolitan city. Another city that comes to your mind is New York, very cosmopolitan. Tokyo, by the way, Tokyo is also very cosmopolitan. In Tokyo, there are people from many different countries living. So cosmopolitan places are not like homogeneous. You know the word homogeneous? Homogeneous means all the people are the same, the same beliefs, the same appearance, homogeneous. Like village society is very homogeneous. Okay. Cosmopolitan, a mix of people from different parts of the world. Cosmopolitan. So yeah, I think maybe Peru is not very cosmopolitan, but Lima must be the most cosmopolitan area in Peru. Do you have foreigners living in Peru, in Lima? Are there some foreigners living
Sorry,
in
teacher.
are there some foreigners living in Lima? People from other countries? Do they live in Lima?
Yeah, in the capital.
Yes, because it is the capital. Usually the
Yeah.
capitals are cosmopolitan, but not so much. New York is really cosmopolitan. London is really cosmopolitan. Okay. All right. UAE. Okay. The UAE, the United States Arab Emirates, the UAE is very cosmopolitan. In UAE, there are a lot of people from outside. So it's very cosmopolitan. Do you think living in a cosmopolitan city is more fun than living in a homogeneous city?
Maybe yeah, because you have more opportunities maybe to work.
And to learn about different cultures? No?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Challenging. Challenging. challenging, difficult. Which word? A challenging job. Would you agree? A challenging job. Which jobs do you think are the most challenging in your opinion? Come on, Gonzalo and Rodrigo. Which jobs are the most challenging in your opinion? Which jobs are the most challenging? Do you consider teaching as a challenging job? Do you think teaching is a challenging job or an easy job?
I think no, but it's important because exists other kinds of jobs like I don't know, may, maybe a medic.
Yeah, a paramedic or a medical, job is definitely challenging, very stressful if you're a doctor, you know. Yeah, challenging. So challenging means difficult or easy? What do you think? Challenging,
uh, Difficult.
difficult, exactly. Challenging, difficult. Okay. A challenging job. There are challenges in that job. There are, difficulties in that job. Challenging job. Okay. Latest.
Latest
Latest
fashion.
fashions. Yes. Mature.
Mature relative.
Uh, okay. A mature garden. A mature garden. Okay. A mature garden. Spicy.
Food.
Food.
Spicy.
Yeah, absolutely. Close.
Relative. Relative. Oh,
Close
okay. Now it's
relatives.
relative. Okay. Okay.
Yep. Close relatives. Very well done. So I would expect you to write a couple of sentences with these, adjective and noun combinations. That should be your homework for tomorrow. You guys will write some sentences with them. You learned the adjective and noun combinations, put them in sentences. For example, if you thought of spicy vegetables, okay, or spicy food, then you say something like, I love eating spicy food, stuff like that, okay? People in Chile, people in Peru, Lima don't eat very spicy food, okay? Things like this. Whatever comes to your mind with these adjectives and noun combinations. So you have to write some sentences. My bedroom is very cozy, stuff like that. Okay. I would like to spend my holidays in a cozy cottage. I would like to, spend my holidays in London, or not in London, in the English countryside, and I would like to rent a cozy cottage there. I would like to rent a cozy cottage. Okay. I want you guys to make sentences with these adjective and noun combinations. I'm pretty sure there will be a few mistakes there when you write those sentences, and I'll help you understand those mistakes, why those mistakes you made, and how you can rectify them, how you can correct those mistakes. Okay. Each mistake will give you an opportunity to learn something about the English language. So the homework is writing sentences with these adjective and noun combinations. Is that clear, Gonzalo and Rodrigo?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, great. I love it. Okay, with that, assertive, yes, yes, great. Compound adjectives now. Let's talk about adjectives a little more. You are familiar with the idea of compound nouns? Do you know what compound nouns are? Compound nouns?
I'm not sure, but maybe words that are the opposite
Compound nouns are
or
words which are together. Compound, compound. Okay.
okay. Oh, okay, okay.
For example, a computer table. Now, computer is a separate noun, table is a separate noun. They come together and we have a computer table. Okay. Let me give you another example of a compound noun, a living room. Okay. Two words there, not just one word. Okay. An apple tree. An apple tree. Okay. It's a compound noun. Can you give me some examples of compound nouns? Can you give me some examples of compound nouns, Gonzalo and Rodrigo?
Seafood.
Very good. Seafood. Very good. What are you using to hear me? You are using a device, an equipment to hear me. That piece of equipment is called earphones. Earphones.
Earphones.
So that's also a compound noun because ear is a noun itself, phone, noun. So they come together, earphones. Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
One example can be toothpaste.
Toothpaste, lovely. It's a fantastic example. Go on. Plastic chairs. Plastic chairs, right? Sofa chairs, plastic chairs, sofa chairs, armchairs. Keep going. If you can give some more examples of compound nouns. A ceiling fan. Perhaps you're not. Do you have ceiling fans in your house? Ceiling fans? You know, there is a fan hanging from the ceiling, from up there, the ceiling fan. I know in many countries they don't have ceiling fans. Like in Germany, they don't have ceiling fans because Germany is a cold country. They probably don't need the ceiling fan. Okay. What more?
Notebook.
A notebook. Absolutely.
Firefighter.
A firefighter. Very good. So these are compound nouns. Go on if you have some more examples.
Cupcake, sunglasses.
Absolutely perfect. They are examples of compound.
Shortcut.
Yep.
Bedroom.
Yep, bedroom, absolutely. Great. Bathroom, because the bath is a noun, a room is a noun, and they come together. Okay. Compound adjectives now. It means adjectives which are made up of two words. You have two words there. Okay. These are adjectives, but there will be two words. Take a look. Good looking and hardworking are compound adjectives. Good looking and hardworking are compound adjectives. Find four more in the adverbs in one. Okay, can you find compound adjectives here in these three advertisements? Compound adjectives, two-word adjectives.
Good looking, hard working.
Absolutely. Let's look at B now.
Well
Well-dressed.
dressed.
Well
Well dressed.
dressed, well dressed. The pronunciation is well dressed, well dressed. Look at text B. Look at text B.
Much loved.
Much loved is a compound
Second hand.
adjective.
Second hand.
Second hand is another compound adjective, second hand, okay? Let's look at text C.
Old-fashioned.
Old
Bedroom.
fashioned. Old fashioned is definitely a compound adjective. Let's make some more compound adjectives. Let's match the words in A with the words in B. Compound adjectives. Match them and make some compound adjectives.
Full-time.
Absolutely correct. But I would
Um,
like to give you a couple of minutes, okay? In your head. First do that, okay?
okay.
And then we will listen to you. I guess we can now discuss things. Let's see. There is this word aged. Okay. So, aged, actually. The word can be pronounced both ways, but here, aged. Okay. Go on. Well, brand, middle, full, bad, home, aged. Okay, don't worry if you don't know. Behaved. Okay. Made. Let's start with the words from A then. Maybe it will be easier. So with the word well, we can make two adjectives. Which words in B will go with well?
Behave, behave,
Well behaved. Exactly.
be-
Well behaved. Some children are well behaved. Okay. Next, with well, we have
um,
another.
well made,
Well made. Okay. Okay. Good. Well made. Okay. All right. And well, let's look at the next one. Brand.
brand new,
Brand new. Exactly. Let's talk about middle.
middle age,
Middle aged. I'm a middle aged person. Yeah. Okay. Middle aged. They're not young. They're not old. They're somewhere in between, in the middle. Middle aged. Full.
full time,
A full-time job, right? You can describe a job as a full-time job. Because there are part-time jobs too. Okay. Gonzalo and Rodrigo, I would like to know, are there a lot of youngsters, who like doing part-time jobs while they're at college, while they're at university in your country, in your city, Lima? Are there lots of young people who like having part-time jobs? Or when they're at university,
yeah.
they just study?
Maybe
Uh-huh.
because she wants to get money for
Yes.
to pay his career.
Yeah, exactly. To pay for his
Yeah,
studies or her studies,
yeah,
right?
that is, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. In India, not many people have part-time jobs when they're studying, because the courses are not very expensive. And even when they are expensive, most parents, ask them just to focus on studies. Parents don't encourage their children to do part-time jobs. A very small minority of students actually do, part-time jobs when they are at university. Majority of them just study and study and study. Don't do anything else. Okay. Because again, education is cheap here, University courses are not very expensive. That's why. Okay. Next we have bad,
Bad tempered,
bad tempered, somebody who gets angry very easily, right? Bad tempered. Okay. Okay. Next we have home,
homesick,
homesick, and
homemade.
homemade. Exactly. So you understand the meaning of all these adjectives, compound adjectives?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Great, great. So you have to think of some nouns that go with these adjectives. The first one you said, well behaved. Normally, we describe people who are well behaved, children, well behaved children, right? Very, very common. Well behaved children. Gonzalo and Rodrigo, when you guys were young kids, were you well behaved children or you were naughty children?
Can you repeat the question, teacher,
When
please?
you guys were young, when you guys were like 6 or 7 years old, okay,
Okay.
you guys were well-behaved children or naughty children? What kind of children were you?
Mm, what is the exact meaning of behave?
Well-behaved.
Be,
Someone
yeah.
who behaves well, someone who listens to the elders, doesn't do any silly things. So they are well-behaved children. Okay. Their behavior is good. So well-behaved. As a child, I was a well-behaved child. Okay. I had a cousin and he was so not well-behaved. He was so naughty. He loved doing things to irritate people, to tease them, to prank them. He was not so well-behaved. My
Uh,
my daughter is very well-behaved.
I think I was obedient
So
when I was
you,
a child. Yeah.
yeah, so you were well-behaved, right, Rodrigo?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think about Gonzalo? Was he well-behaved, Rodrigo?
I don't remember, honestly.
Gonzalo, he said he doesn't remember about you. I think he doesn't want to say you were well-behaved. You tell me, Gonzalo, were you well-behaved when you were a kid? As a kid, you were well-behaved, Gonzalo.
Um, Teacher, could you repeat the meaning of behave?
Well-behaved.
Uh,
Behaved comes from
okay,
behavior, okay? Behavior,
okay,
the way you behave with somebody, your actions, the way you talk and everything. Behavior, okay? And
okay.
well-behaved is somebody who doesn't do pranks, is obedient, listens to the parents, the teachers, do their homework, So they are well-behaved children. Their nature is like they do not want to cause problems for others, okay? Some children,
Okay,
on the
okay.
other hand, are naughty. Some children are not very well-behaved. Now imagine a marketplace, a shop, and there is a child, 6, 7-year-old child, and he says to his parents, Dad, I want that. Mom, I want that. And when parents say, okay, next time, then he lies down on the floor and starts crying and doing drama. I want that. I want that. Would you consider that child a well-behaved child? Would
Um,
you call him a
Maybe
well-behaved
a
child?
little bit.
He's not well behaved. No, 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 no. You are embarrassing your parents in the shop
Okay.
there. Not very well behaved. Okay. And when the parents said, not now, sweetie, another day, we don't have the money or we don't need that. Okay. And the child says, okay, mom. So that's well behaved. All right. But if you start doing drama there and not very well behaved. Okay. So, Gonzalo, do you think you were well behaved as a kid?
Yeah, a little bit.
Gonzalo, you are the younger one. The younger one is not so well behaved. The first one is more well behaved. So that's why Rodrigo didn't say anything about you. That's normal, okay? The first child is normally, someone with more responsibilities, and okay, you're 2, 3 years younger, 2 years younger than Rodrigo, right? So he was 5 or 6, you were 3 years old, 4 years old around him. So he had to, normally the first child is well behaved, Gonzalo. This is psychology. I'm not saying all first, children are like that, but yeah, most of them are well behaved. My brother was very well behaved, actually. He rarely, created dramas when he was a kid. I was not so well behaved in comparison to my brother, okay? In comparison to my brother, but I was very well behaved in my own way, okay? All right. And moving on, brand new. You guys like brand new clothes, or do you also like, second-hand clothes and from thrift shops, What do you prefer, brand new clothes or second-hand clothes?
I prefer brand new clothes.
Because I understand that brand new clothes are not very good for environment. Okay. So I want to buy secondhand clothes, but unfortunately, in my town, you don't find many thrift shops. You don't have many thrift shops here. So we have to just buy, brand new clothes. But I understand I'm old and I'm mature now. I don't mind actually wearing clothes which are secondhand. As long as they are in good condition, there's no problem. As long as they look okay, no problems. Okay. Um, Brand new. What about gadgets like mobile phones or cars? Would you prefer a brand new one for yourself, or you will be okay buying a second hand? Rodrigo,
In that case, I I prefer what did you say?
br
Main hand?
brand new second hand.
Ah, brand new.
Uh-huh.
Because um in cases of if you buy a mobile phone in
Second hand mobile phone. Second hand.
second
Second
hand
hand. Second hand mobile
second
phone.
second hand mobile phone, uh exists a risk that the phone has I don't know, a problem.
A
Yeah.
problem. I absolutely. Normally, what happens, if you live in a place where we live, people don't really sell anything that is working okay. They only sell things when they have some problems. But some places, because they have very rich people, and rich people always upgrade their, gadgets. So sometimes they just sell, you know, phones which are a little old because they want a new one, a brand new. So again, I'm cool with buying secondhand stuff as long as I don't have to compromise with the quality. Okay. The idea that it is secondhand does not matter to me. Okay. As long as it is going to be fine, it is good quality, I'm cool. I know some people, they just don't like the idea of buying anything secondhand. It hits them here on their ego, oh, secondhand, I don't want secondhand stuff. I want brand new stuff for myself. Why should I use something that has already been used by someone? Come on. I want something of my own for myself only. Okay. Something new. So a lot of people I know actually they take it on their ego, when you ask them to buy anything secondhand. But I don't mind. Actually, I remember once I was at a shop to buy Bluetooth keyboards and mouse, and at the shop, I met another customer there, who actually had, a set of Bluetooth, keyboard and a mouse, and he talked to me about it, and I said, okay, if you are interested, I can buy it. And instead of buying a brand new thing from the shop, I went to his house with that customer and bought his used, keyboard and the mouse. And remember what? He was just keeping it. He had that thing because it was just not useful to him. And I used them for quite some time. At 50% price, I got a good discount. So secondhand things are cheap. You can save money. And most importantly, you are really taking care of your planet, because a lot of brand new things, they damage our environment as well, especially clothes and electronic gadgets, especially, things like this, mouse and keyboards and cameras and stuff. Okay. So it's good if you can get them in second hand. But yeah, I'm not asking anybody to compromise with the quality. But Rodrigo, your point was valid, you know. And I also want to say that when you are young, you're not very keen on, second-hand things. But as you grow older, you start to realize, that perhaps it doesn't really matter much. Okay. So I'm one of those people, who doesn't mind buying second-hand stuff. But again, as long as they are good quality.
Teacher, that is not clear again.
I can understand. All right. When light goes out, then this happens. Right now, we are using the inverter. Uh, okay. So now that I'm holding it closer, it's better now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay,
teacher.
yeah.
okay, okay. Yep. Any other, compound adjectives that you are not very sure of the meaning of?
No,
No,
teacher.
no, teacher.
Okay. So tell me one thing. Do you like homemade food better or store-bought food from restaurants? Homemade food or food from restaurants? Which do you like better?
I prefer homemade food.
You prefer homemade food.
Yeah.
Rodrigo,
Yeah, in my case, it's the same. I prefer homemade food.
homemade food is more hygienic. You can be more sure, right? And I think it is healthier, because in the restaurants, they just don't really care about the quality so much, They care about making them tasty, no matter how that taste is achieved, by adding chemicals or whatever taste enhancers. Sometimes the quality of the oil they use is not very good, for in restaurant food. It's they're too oily, restaurant food items are too oily. So a lot of people love the taste of restaurant food, but again, it's not very good for your health. There are some things which are really tasty, but I would say, I also prefer homemade food better. Once in a while, you can eat in a restaurant, but if you have to eat in a restaurant every day, I don't think it's gonna be good for your health. Okay, what else can we talk about? Homesick. Okay, homesick. So, have you ever lived away from home, Gonzalo and Rodrigo, away from your parents? Have you ever lived away from home from your parents? You have always lived with your parents.
Uh, yeah,
You never had the
mm,
chance to live away from them.
yeah,
So,
never.
you think when you guys, grow up a little more and maybe you have to go to another country, another city, maybe,
Mhm.
do you think you might feel a little homesick or you will handle it? What do you feel? How do you feel about your, how do you think
I
you
think
are
I
gonna
will
deal with
feel
it?
a little homesick because, but no, maybe uh for
For some time?
yeah,
Yes,
for uh,
initially, right?
initially.
Initially you'll feel a little homesick, maybe. I have never lived away from my family. I'm in my 40s now. I have never lived away from my family for long, okay, for a couple of days only. So I think if I have to live alone, maybe in another city, in another town, in another country, without my family, I'm gonna be very badly homesick. Okay, okay, so homesick. Yeah. Um, all right. Bad-tempered. Bad-tempered. Somebody who loses, their cool, gets angry, starts shouting very easily, right? Bad-tempered. Grumpy, irritable, someone who gets angry very quickly, bad tempered. So I'm pretty sure you have some teachers at school who are pretty bad tempered, and students don't really like interacting with them so much. Who are some of the bad tempered teachers? What subjects do they teach? These bad tempered teachers?
Bad tempered is like.
Yeah, someone who gets angry very
Yeah,
easily.
I confuse the word tempered with temperature. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Mhm.
No, no. Bad-tempered people, those who get angry easily, those who lose their cool very easily.
Yeah,
Eh,
in my case, I have a teacher, my science teacher, and he has a temper.
he is bad-tempered. He is
He
bad-tempered.
he's
He is bad-tempered. Okay. It's an adjective. So we use the be verb to connect the pronouns and the adjectives. He is bad-tempered. Okay. Your science teacher, Rodrigo's science teacher is bad-tempered. What about you, Gonzalo?
In my case, my
Do you have any bad-tempered
I'm
teachers?
not sure how to say this
Mhm.
subject.
Uh-huh.
Um,
I'll tell you.
the
What do you study? Do you study about the past? History. If you study about your country and the laws, civics, politics, civics. Okay. Um, what do you study in that subject?
well, my no, I am my teacher of math.
Maths.
Yeah,
Okay. Is bad-tempered.
he's not tempered.
Oh, goodness me. Bad-tempered maths teachers. Oh, that's a big, big problem. Because
Yeah,
maths is very difficult anyways. A lot of students struggle with maths. And if the teacher is bad-tempered, oh, it's going to be really hard.
yeah,
Gonzalo,
because sometimes we need to ask him
exactly,
that about exercise,
exactly.
but we say no, no, he
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 might start shouting. He
no,
might
yeah,
start shouting. Everybody is afraid of his bad temper. The noun, if you remove the ed part, okay, then it becomes a noun. Everybody is afraid of his bad temper. Okay. And he is bad-tempered. Okay. So you remove ed and you have a noun. Everybody is afraid of his bad temper. So this is not a very good idea, that maths teacher, science teacher, they are very important subjects, both of them. And the teachers need to be a little more patient and, I will say cool. They should not be so bad-tempered. Do you think I'm bad-tempered, guys? Do you feel I'm bad-tempered? Do you have that feeling?
sometimes.
You
Yeah,
I think that
sometimes.
I don't have a lot of patience.
Oh,
Uh,
you're talking about yourself. Okay. I asked
yeah,
about me. Do you feel about me that I'm bad-tempered?
No, I
Uh,
don't
I
feel that.
believe I'm not very bad-tempered at all. Okay. Um, there are times when I can't handle, stupidity, I have very low tolerance for
Mhm.
stupidity. Yeah. When somebody's stupid, then I kind of get annoyed. I said, why? You are a human. You can't do simple logic. So that's when I become a little bad tempered. I kind of lose my cool. But normally, I'm not bad tempered, especially when I'm teaching English. I'm not bad tempered because I understand learning a language can be pretty difficult. So people make the same mistake over and over again, and I'm patiently correcting them. Now, no losing temper, I'm not losing my temper because I don't think it helps. Shouting in the class only makes the situation worse. But sometimes you have to criticize the students for their lack of focus. Sometimes you have to criticize them for their lack of efforts, sincerity. They are not making enough efforts, so you have to say something sometimes. For example, yesterday in my afternoon class, there was this guy. He always chooses to sit at the back of the class. He always chooses to sit at the back, and he sits at the back and he doesn't care about what I'm saying. My classes are expensive. People pay a lot of money to be in my classes, and still that guy chose to sit at the back and do nothing, just sitting there. So I called him in the front, near to me. I asked him to sit near to me, pay attention. And I realized that guy was in real trouble. He had made no progress whatsoever, you know. So I kind of, again, I didn't shout at him so much for not answering the English questions. But then when he struggled with his mother tongue, Hindi, Then I got kind of little annoyed. I thought he should have at least answered the questions in Hindi, in his mother tongue. So, yeah. But I don't really consider myself bad-tempered. Some people might disagree. Some people might say, "Oh, sir, you are bad-tempered. You shout at me a lot." Okay. Next we have bad-tempered, well-behaved. Okay. We have another badly behaved. Okay. Opposite of well-behaved is badly behaved. Okay. Yeah. Uh, these words can be, you can find opposite of these words. Middle-aged, young, maybe, somebody is middle-aged, then you can say opposite is young. Okay. Young people. And a brand new, second-hand, homemade, store-bought. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Full-time, part-time, part-time jobs, full-time jobs. Now, ed and ing adjectives. I think we talked about it yesterday a little bit, didn't we? Ed adjectives confused faces of the students and confusing questions, if you remember. A book can be interesting, and the people can be interested in that book. Okay. So here we have some words: interest, tire, thrill, and charm. Okay. So you have to make them you have to make them adjectives. Okay. So first question is interest. Well, the word interest, we get two, adjectives: interesting and interested. Okay. Now take a look at this advertisement here. Seeks interesting, well-dressed lady. Okay. Interesting. Which subject, in your opinion, is the most interesting subject? In your opinion, Gonzalo and Rodrigo, which subject is the most interesting? Are you there? Yes, you are.
Our school.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me. Which,
Okay.
which subject do you
For
consider most
for me,
interesting?
the English class, because I like to communicate with other people whose native country
Uh-huh.
talks English.
Uh-huh. Native
So,
English speakers, right?
yeah, English speaker.
Okay. Great. Rodrigo, which subject do you find most interesting?
Uh, Maybe history, because I like to know about the past uh, of my country or others.
Right. Absolutely. I love history too. And in this advertisement, we can see an interesting woman, an interesting lady, okay, an interesting boy, okay. Which friend of yours do you think is the most interesting? Which friend of yours is most interesting in your opinion? Rodrigo and Gonzalo. Who's the most interesting friend you have? His personality is such that people like talking to him or her. Interesting people, people like talking to them. If somebody is interesting, then other people enjoy talking to them, listening to them, being with them because they're interesting. Okay. You go to a party, Gonzalo and Rodrigo, and you see some pretty girls there, but just pretty girls. They're not very interesting. They're boring. Okay. And then you see a girl who's not so pretty, but she's interesting. So, what do you think? You will spend time with that interesting girl or the beautiful girl? Difficult question. Difficult.
I don't understand the question, teacher.
Okay, there are pretty girls, but they are boring. Okay, and
Uh-huh.
there are other girls who are not so pretty, but they're interesting. Who would you spend time with?
Yeah, the second option.
The interesting girls.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Gonzala. He gave a smile, but not the answer.
No, yeah, the second option. Because,
Really? Okay. I believe you. Okay. Interesting. Yes. All right. Let's look at the other word, tire. With the word tire, you know, you can again make ing adjectives, tiring and tired. Okay. So here, tired of life alone. Tired of life alone. He's tired of living alone. Okay. So, in your class, I don't realize when it is time. It is 7:15 here. We are already, uh, past our time. So, what should I say? Maybe this should be your homework, exercise 5. Okay. This will be your homework. You guys can do it at home and we can talk about it tomorrow.
okay.
Let me share it. Please, Rodrigo, message me on Telegram so that I can make a group for you guys.
Yeah, okay, teacher.
Okay, I believe you will send me
No,
a
no, okay, okay,
message
okay.
today. Okay. So let's wrap up for today. We will continue. Okay. Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye, teacher. See
Bye,
you.
teacher.
Bye-bye.
See you
Bye-bye.
tomorrow.
Yeah.